Okay guys, so to give you a little bit of context, a little backstory on why I made this particular video, I've lived in New York City for 3 years, and if you know anything about this city, there's about 10 million people at any given moment. I think, more or less, you learn to see everything. And in the particular area in which I live, the East Village of New York, it's an extremely eclectic crowd. Every walk of life, every demographic you would ever imagine, you will be able to see it just by walking outside of your 100 square foot apartment. But what really stuck with me recently was the fact that I went back home for about 2 weeks. And I'm originally from Birmingham, Alabama, which is about as opposite as you can think to New York City. It's a great town with a lot of beautiful people, with a diversity of thought, and I definitely don't want to dog Birmingham because, it holds a special place in my life, and I do think, you can find it if you're looking for it. But what makes New York City so incredible is the fact that you're able to be desensitized to any type of thing that you might not necessarily agree with. You're going to see a lot of stuff that you've never seen in your life here, and it's going to be shocking. It might not be good for you. You might not like it, but eventually if you start getting exposed to those scenarios and those situations, you learn to accept them. I can't thank the city enough for giving me that. There's so much life in this world, and there's so much passion, and everybody has their own lane. Just let them be in their own lane. And we're seeing it more and more often on social media, just in your everyday life, where you're being exposed to new opinions and new thought processes, especially in politics, a lot of which you might not agree with. To that I say, challenge that thought. Put yourself in those shoes. See what is the reason why they're doing it. Because in my opinion, the only thing that really matters is people displaying life. And that sounds weird, but life, in my opinion, is passion, it's discipline, it's wanting something, purpose. Now, you could be a highly religious person, and that's okay. You could be not religious at all. That's okay. You could be into the drums. That's okay. Needless to say, I think the more we become interconnected with one another, the more desensitized you'll need to be with opinions that you don't agree with. It's exactly why I really don't like the political party system. I don't really know politics too well, but I don't like division of thought so hard. Everybody has their own lane. Nothing really affects you that much. If somebody thinks a different way than you, unless it's directly impending on your quality of life, why? Why even think about that? Just appreciate that this person has something so good to offer in life. You might not necessarily agree with it. If they're positive, if they're accepting, just like you are, it's going to be an easy life for you. There's this one theory I quite agree with, where people always talk about how, humans in themselves are problem solvers. And when we don't have any problems that we are actively trying to solve, we create problems. Never get to that situation. Always have some sort of purpose or goal in your life, and you won't necessarily have to worry about all the stuff, the little minutia that bothers you. Be as weird as you want to be. Because I hate to tell you this, there's only one of these lives, hopefully. Well, I don't know, hopefully. You know what? Maybe we'll scratch that. But whole thought is, it's such a finite amount of time we have here. Why focus on a problem that really doesn't affect you? Ask questions. Be open-minded. If you don't agree with it, and you still don't agree with it after you do all your research, just let them have their own lane. You'll have a lot more success and be a lot happier. I don't know. That's kind of tying, philosophy into a city in which I'm so passionate about. I think you can find it in New York. I think you can find it anywhere in the world. You just need to be open to any type of experience. Pretty much wraps it up. Go ahead and talk about in the comments, one situation where you might not necessarily have agreed with something. And it doesn't have to be like you changed your mind and agree with it. You can still disagree with it. I just want to hear about, how your thought process is when you come across a situation that's foreign to you. All right, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye.